Hi, I'm David Gerard and this is Pivot to AI, coming to you daily. Today, can you get the fox and the chicken across the river? Apple's machine learning research unit has a new preprint. The Illusion of Thinking, understanding the strengths and limitations of reasoning models via the lens of problem complexity. So it turns out that large reasoning models, or LRMs, aren't the answer to large language model, LLM, hallucinations and confabulation and making stuff up. The Apple researchers detail how reasoning models generate a series of steps, then just make up an answer anyway. They are the same text-generating engines as the plain LLMs, and adding an extra bit where the model tells you it's made up a sequence of logical steps turns out not to add much. Worse yet, quote, frontier LLMs face a complete accuracy collapse beyond certain complexities. If the problem's too hard, they just give up. Now, you should have known this anyway. Anthropic detailed in April how the so-called reasoning models' alleged thought traces do not match their output. That's because they just hallucinate something that looks like a series of reasoning steps, the same way they hallucinate every other response. So Apple nails this down just that bit harder. Instead of the rigged benchmarks that are standard in the AI bubble industry, Apple used a, quote, controllable puzzle environment, unquote. You feed the AI a simple logic puzzle, and then you twiddle the parts of it to test if the model can do algorithmic reasoning at all. Apple tested Towers of Hanoi, checker jumping, river crossing puzzles, and a block stacking puzzle. We noted last year how LLMs do really badly at this sort of logic puzzle, like the river crossing puzzles where you have a river that you need to get a fox, a chicken, and some food across, that sort of thing. They just fail. If you vary the elements at all from the standard text the LLM would have been trained on, because LLMs don't understand logical parts of a puzzle. They only know word patterns. People have been noticing this since ChatGPT. The Apple researchers saw 3 levels of complexity. Simple puzzles, the plain LLM actually did better than the reasoning model. On medium complexity puzzles, the reasoning model pulls ahead. But once the puzzle gets to a certain level of complexity, both the simple LLMs and the reasoning models fail. Their accuracy drops to near zero. They just give up. They actually use less tokens on answering than they used on the medium puzzles. Once the model runs out of answers it was trained on, it just fails hard. They even tried telling the models the exact algorithm to solve the puzzle. The model still failed at the same degree of complication. Quote, despite sophisticated self-reflection mechanisms, these models fail to develop generalizable reasoning capabilities beyond certain complexity thresholds. A lot of these same guys at Apple put out a preprint in October last year, which warns that LLMs aren't doing formal reasoning at all. This new paper builds on that word. Subarao Kambambati put out a preprint in May that says the same. It's literally called Stop Anthropomorphizing Intermediate Tokens as Reasoning/Thinking Traces, with an exclamation mark. Reasoning models just are not the magic trick to get an intelligence. Neural networks in general only know what they were trained on. They can't be trusted to extrapolate outside their training. A bunch of fast-talking marketers hand-waving about reasoning steps and a few rigged benchmarks don't change that. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. Please like and subscribe, leave a podcast review, and tell just one other person about today's episode. We are funded by you, the viewers and listeners. So if you have a few dollars, please do drop it into the Patreon in the show notes. And obviously, you solve the fox and chicken problem by getting the computer and throwing that into the river. Thank you all. See you tomorrow, and bye for now.